I'm not the be-all and end-all. I'm probably the first person to write a book about serial arsonists that actually, talked about from a detective point of view. In every jurisdiction, a lot of things happen with serial arson cases. They don't get the time they're supposed to get. Judges, because mostly what they burn is very innocuous things. Trash dumpsters, sofas in alleys, palm trees in Southern California, rubbish piles, small vegetation fires. They'll get caught after 10, 15, 20 fires, and the judges feel bad for them. Heck, even the prosecutors feel bad for them, because they're generally people with mental health issues. I'm here to tell you, you'll see that guy again, and again, and again, and again, and again. And he won't stop until he dies. We have 80-year-olds we've put in jail for serial arson. We have 6-year-olds. Well, the one youngest guy we prosecuted was an 8-year-old. I'll show you his picture. For serial arson. You're going to go, God, you guys are merciless down there in Los Angeles, but you'll see why. If you have a town that has drunks and homeless people and people with mental health issues, then you have a serial arsonist in your town. He just may not be active. And they go active and inactive, and active and inactive, and only they know why. It usually has to do with what's going on in their life and in their head. And so that's every town over 1,000 people probably has a serial arsonist. And my unit is the greater Los Angeles area, so there's 12 million people roughly in that area, 9 million in my jurisdiction. We have active right now today 7 serial arson investigations. I run all of them. My various people that work for me do a lot of that stuff. We run the profiles, we run the investigation. 2 are wildland, the rest are what we call urban serial arsonists in the city. I just helped another agency in the LA Basin with one case last week. We caught the guy the first night we went out within a half hour. He lit a fire right in front of the detectives. That's very rare. That's not the model to use, by the way. Don't try and catch somebody in the act, because it'll be pure luck if you do. So we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about how traditionally we've approached in the fire service and police service serial arsons. From the time I came in 17 years ago, I've been to every arson school there is, East Coast, West Coast, overseas. Everybody says the word arsonist like it's the all-encompassing thing. There's 20 different subtypes of arsons. In serial arsons, there's about 6 or 7 or 8 subtypes, maybe 12. There is no adequate profile. So in this book right here, and yes, I will shamelessly pimp it. In this book right here, there's no pictures, but there's 60-some cases of serial arson, all short stories, broken down by type. There's murder serial arsonists, there's serial murder serial arsonists, there's rapist serial arsonists, there's firefighter serial arsonists, there's police officer serial arsonists, there's security guard serial arsonists, there's women serial arsonists, and I left all the juveniles out for legal reasons. And the juveniles would encompass another couple of books. I studied now over 800 serial arson cases. I've personally investigated 37 now to this point, and adjudicated 33 of those. 4 of them are unsolved and remain unsolved. And so I've interviewed a lot of them. I've helped other agencies, so I personally interviewed right after their arrest about 45 serial arsonists. Every one of them is different than the last one. There are some similarities. We'll talk about the similarities. But everybody goes, what's the profile? There is no profile. There's no profile whatsoever. There's every race. There's every age. Both sexes. Well, 3 or 4 sexes. You'll find out.